AMD's next generation of CPUs could be one of its largest upgrades yet, but the surprising part isn't just the performance. Zen 6 could change how much money PC builders need to spend on RAM. Because of recent leaks, AMD's upcoming processors are already showing impressive results, and if these numbers are accurate, they could potentially change PC building. Over the last few years, AMD has completely changed the CPU market before Ryzen, Intel dominated desktop processors. But when AMD introduced its Zen architecture, everything started to change. Each generation continued improving. Zen 2 improved efficiency, Zen 3 brought major performance gains, and Zen 4 introduced DDR5 support. And now AMD's preparing its next major generation, Zen 6. Even though Zen 6 has not officially launched, early engineering samples have already appeared online. One of these chips is reportedly called the Medusa Point. According to leaks, this processor could feature 10 cores, 20 threads, and Zen 6 architecture. In an early Geekbench 6 leak, the Zen 6 sample reportedly scored 3,174 points in single-core performance, and 15,092 points in multi-core performance. But a newer leak showed even higher results. The same chip reportedly reached 3,329 points in single core and 16,555 points in multi-core. Now keep in mind, these are not official benchmarks. They come from engineering samples, meaning the final product could perform differently. But if these numbers are accurate, Zen 6 could be a huge jump over AMD's current generation. Compared to AMD's current Zen 5 mobile processors, the difference is especially interesting. Against Ryzen AI 9 365, the leaked Zen 6 sample reportedly scored about 35% higher in single-core performance. A jump like that would be extremely impressive because normally new CPU generations bring smaller improvements, usually just better efficiency, higher clock speeds, and small architectural upgrades. Now, a question I guarantee a lot of you have is, how does a CPU have anything to do with RAM? But the answer to this question is very simple, because the CPU and memory don't work separately. Inside every modern processor is something called a memory controller, and its job is to communicate with the DRAM in your system. When the CPU needs data, it sends what's called an address to the memory controller, which then tells it where that data is stored in the DRAM. The memory controller then communicates with the DRAM, locates the data, and sends it back to the CPU. And the faster and more efficiently this process happens, the less time the CPU has to spend waiting for the data. That's why the memory controller can have such an important impact on performance, and AMD appears to be making some significant changes to how Zen 6 handles that memory. On its upcoming EPYC Venice processors, AMD is moving up to 16 memory channels, while also supporting faster memory than previous generations. Now, those are server processors, so we can't assume Ryzen will get the exact same upgrades, but it does show AMD is actively improving the memory capabilities of Zen 6. And when you combine that with the large performance gains we've seen in these early benchmarks, it's possible that improvements to the memory subsystems are playing a role. But if AMD has managed to make Zen 6 more efficient at handling memory, that could mean you won't need as much expensive DDR5 kits to just get the most out of your CPU. Because if this does end up coming true, could it make PC building cheaper? Well, not because Zen 6 is going to fix RAM prices, it won't stop shortages, and expensive RAM isn't suddenly going to become useless. Instead, the benefit could come from needing less of that expensive RAM in the first place. If Zen 6 could get more performance out of more affordable memory kits, then you may not need to spend extra money on the fastest RAM just to get the most out of it. And when RAM prices are high, that can make a real difference. Instead of spending that extra money on memory, you could put it towards better things like a graphics card or more storage, or simply just to stay within your budget. Of course, we don't know exactly how much of a difference these memory improvements will make, but if these early results are accurate, Zen 6 could be more than just a faster generation of Ryzen processors. And at a time when RAM prices are making PC building more difficult, that can make Zen 6 very good news for PC builders. But before I end this video, I just want to say, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm going to be making more videos like this about market updates and other news. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.